Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I really hope you liked my previous video about the lifelong power washer, and if you would like to check that video out again, have a look at the link in the description below. I'm back with a brand new product today which I believe is the king of power washers in its price segment. It is the Dylect Ultra Flow Tallboy Design power washer. Now this power washer is rated for about 1900 watts and a maximum power output of about 130 bars, which is the output pressure of the water that comes out. That being said, we're going to talk about a comprehensive ownership review, what I liked about the power washer, are there any things that can be improved in the design, and a lot more. So let's get started. So let's get started with some quick specs about the product and then we'll jump into a little more of the details. Number one, it's a 1900 watt motor, which means it's quite powerful, and in terms of what the output is, let's put some perspective. It has a maximum output of about 130 bars. And that's the maximum power output of the water that's going to come out of the jet. That being said, some of the things to note are this comes with a standard 1-year warranty like most power washers out there. There are a couple of attachments that are included with the power washer, and let's quickly look at them. This is an outlet hose. This is where the water is going to come out from. This is about 5 meters in length. Next, we have a set of attachments. You see, you have a soap can. You have a filter, which is to be used when you're using this in a bucket. Next, you have the inlet connection for the input pipe. We have the inlet filter. This makes sure that dust and debris doesn't go into the motor and destroy some of its components. And then we have the input pipe itself. Next, we have the gun and we have an extension nozzle. So if you're working in really tight spaces, you don't have to use this extension nozzle. You could directly make do with the gun, or you could attach them together and get a little extra length and more working room. Okay, so I'm going to quickly talk a little bit about the build quality of this product and how I found it to be in the last 1 year of my usage. First, I have to really say that its build quality is definitely up there with Bosch and Karcher and all those expensive brands of power washers that you normally see. And now I'm telling you this with confidence because I have used power washers from those brands, and in any way, this does not compromise on build quality. Few things to really note, which we will definitely talk about later, are this particular inlet filter, which I really admire the design. In our previous review of the lifelong power washer, you guys must have noticed this was made in completely black material. The fact that this is transparent really helps a lot, especially from a long-term longevity perspective for the power washer. We're going to cover that a little bit more when we talk about the demo. But that being said, the build quality is absolutely awesome. Now we're going to have a quick look at how to assemble the product and get it set up for your first time use. So with that being said, let's quickly have a look at how all of these components get attached to the unit itself. First, let's talk about the inlet filter. This goes in right here. It's got a threaded design. All you have to do is spin it clockwise and plug it into your device. It's firmly secured over there. Now we're going to attach this outlet hose. This gets basically connected to the gun. There is a particular socket given here, provided here. You have to push it and wait for the click sound. Once you hear that, it's good to go. Now we have the inlet bucket filter. So let me quickly talk about this a little bit. For those of you who don't have a direct tap or a water outlet connection that you could plug into directly, you can also use this motor directly with a bucket of water. It has a self-priming capability, meaning which you just put it into a bucket of water with this filter, it will suck all the water in and produce the output. So you have to plug it in here. This will avoid dust from entering the machine. The other end of this, which could either go into a direct pipe which is connected to your tap or in a bucket in this case, will get into this end of the pipe. I put this cap in and tighten it, and using the fast secure mechanism of this, I quickly tighten it, and then this gets plugged in to this end of the filter. So it takes a little effort, but you hear a nice firm secured sound. This end can be dropped into the bucket. So now we are good. Next, we have the power cable. This will go into your wall output socket and you can put it in. There is a on-off switch over here which you can turn to plug it in. Always make sure that your device is turned off before you start using it. Next, the other end of this goes into the front of the machine. So as you can see, I just have to plug it in here. Let me keep this aside for a second and press. It's locked. When you need to remove it, you press this switch this way and you pull out the cable and it will come out comfortably. So I hope you guys liked the overall review of the product and the demo that you saw, and I hope that answers a lot of questions for you guys. Now before I head to the conclusion for the video, some of the issues that I have observed with this device. One thing, again, it's not a major issue. The way they've placed this particular button at the bottom here to release this is a little inconvenient. It doesn't cause an issue, but then you'll find it a little weird to use it on a day-to-day basis. Other than that, everything is great. One thing we covered was the inlet filter, where you can clearly see if dust is being trapped and reducing pressure in the machine. Another top issue that has been reported to a friend of mine who I suggested this power washer to is that it stopped working. The machine would keep running, but there was no water coming out. And when I diagnosed the machine, I realized that he had mixed the soap directly into the bucket. So please avoid doing that. If you really need to add soap into the device or clean it for some hard stains, please use the gun, add soap into this particular container, and then detach this from the gun, the spray head, and attach your soap attachment to this, right? I'm sorry, I think there's an issue. Okay, so once this is in this format, you can use to spray soap first and then connect the spray head again and wash your particular patio or furniture or whatever you're trying to clean. Thanks again for watching the video. I hope you guys found it useful and I hope it helps you make a better decision in deciding whether or not this is the right power washer for you. I really hope you click the like button and hit the bell icon to subscribe to my channel. That way you will always have the latest updates on the new products out there and see more interesting stuff like this in the future. Thank you.